Well, howdy folks, thanks for taking the time to be here today. There's absolutely no debating the effectiveness of carrying Mountain House and other freeze-dried foods into the woods, backpacking, camping, stuff like that. Well, there's a certain percentage of us, call us weird or oddballs, that either don't particularly care for the taste of Mountain House or find it boring on your palate over a length of time pretty quickly. Now, I'm both of those. The food tastes okay, it's a little on the salty side, and because of all of it seems to be a little bit on the salty side to me, it gets boring really quick. Now, I'm not going to talk about the nutritional aspects of Mountain House today, but I've been over that before, so if you guys are curious about my opinion, just file back into my past videos, I don't know, probably 3 or 4 months, something like that. Well, anyway, today what I'm wanting to do is kind of do a Mountain House makeover. Take a traditional Mountain House meal and turn it into, kind of jazz it up a little bit, turn it into something a little bit different to expand the possibilities of such a lightweight and convenient pack food option. Now the goal is, while jazzing this up, not add a lot of weight to your pack, not add a lot of time to the cooking, but just to kind of change the flavor, to add variety to what Mountain House can provide for you, or other freeze-dried foods. I apologize guys, I keep on saying Mountain House while this one is Mountain House. There are plenty of other brands out there and I'm not just picking on Mountain House. So when I say Mountain House, just enter brand of your choice. So today I'm doing a traditional, it's their scrambled eggs and bacon. It's a good place to start. This one has lots of possibilities on it. I've tried this several times. While it does look a little bit funny, and it does have a little bit different texture than what you'd expect, but freeze-dried scrambled eggs has a different texture anyway. Now, like I said, this is a basis for expansion, and I'll go over that a little bit later. We already have our water on to boil, so let's talk about what other ingredients we'll need for this. Alright guys, well our water is already boiling, so I'm going to go ahead and start here. Directions for this: don't forget to remove the dry packs, guys. Directions for this: just add 3/4 cup of water to the bag and let it sit for a few minutes. So let's go ahead and do that. And I'm going to call that good. Put that over here. Unzip that back up. Slosh around. Alright, while that is rehydrating, let's talk about what else we need. Alright guys, this is a quick and simple makeover. You can easily get all of this done, or most of it, while your eggs are rehydrating. All you have here is a little bit of soy sauce, a little bit of sesame oil, some onions. These are just what I had. Purple onions, yellow onions, white onions, Vidalia onions, any kind of onions you have will work. I mean, it changes the flavor a little bit, but it's not appreciably so. And then a little bit of ginger. You may want to have some salt to taste. I don't particularly feel like there's a need for it, but anyway, that's just an FYI. Again, we take the sesame oil. Doesn't take much, just enough to coat the bottom of the pan, pot, whatever you're using. And get that on the heat. While that oil's warming up, get your onions ready to slice. I prefer big chunks so you still have some texture once they're cooked. This doesn't take long. As you can see, they're caramelizing already. Now slowly add your water. Add about a cup of water or thereabouts. Stir it around. You can see it kind of deglaze the bottom of that pot a little bit. Get that heating back up. Let's check on our eggs. As you can see, they're still a little bit runny, which is going to help us out here. Take some of that soy sauce. I start around a teaspoon, something like that. This is very much to taste. Just kind of add it in there. And then take your ginger. And I usually aim around somewhere between a 1/16 and an 1/8 of a teaspoon. Again, this is just eyeballing it, guys. That should do it. Now, go ahead and close that back up. Let those flavors kind of mix in while this continues to rehydrate. Let's go back and check on our onions. These you don't have to bring back to boil. You just want to get it hot. Like I said earlier, a cup is probably too much. I always add a little bit extra water because I eyeball everything. I can never guarantee just how soupy the Mountain House meal will be after it's rehydrated, and so I leave a little bit of fudge room in there. Alright, as you can see, I've cut that liquid by about half, and again, you don't need to bring that back up to boil. You just want to kind of warm it up so the flavors of those onions mix up into the broth there. And our eggs are done, so we're going to go ahead and add this to the mix. Stir it up and keep it on the heat for just a minute. Let those flavors mix, and you're done. Spot on. Sometimes I amaze myself. Man, that's spot on. Well, guys, like I said, this can be a basis for a mini variety of meals. One of my favorite ways to have this is, have leftover steak from the night before, or leftover kielbasa. I've never tried it with hot dogs. That may or may not work. One of my favorite things to add to this, just to kind of thicken it up a little bit. This is red lentils. This cooks very quickly, breaks down very quickly, and acts as a really nice thickener. Adds carbs to your meal, gives you lots of energy. Now, you guys may know I'm an anti-carb guy. I'm not carbing up today, so I'm not adding it in. But that is an option there. One of my kids' favorite ways to have this is to add ramen noodles to it, and that's it. They absolutely love it. One of the cool things about this is it totally changes the flavor profile of the meal. So, if you had the Mountain House scrambled eggs and bacon for breakfast, you can have this again for dinner. And it tastes totally different. It's a totally separate meal with really no more time expenditure and very little weight added to your pack. So it's an easy way to use up leftovers. It's an easy way to change the variety of what you pack with you, so you don't get so bored with your meals while you're still staying light and convenient. As far as the flavor profile on this one, you might ask, well, it tastes a lot like egg drop soup. The caramelized onions add a slight smoky flavor to it. They're not so cooked that they don't still have texture. The ginger in it just brings out that kind of Chinese type flavor, as does the sesame oil. For me, the saltiness of this is perfect without any added salt. The salt in the Mountain House more than covers it, in my opinion. You may need to add salt or pepper or something like that. Like I said, this is just a basis, so to speak. So guys, well, that pretty much wraps up this Mountain House makeover. If you guys want to see more, let me know. I do have a couple other Mountain House meals that I figured out a few ways to twist it up and kind of change the flavor profile to add variety to the mix. Anyway, guys, if you would do me a favor, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button if you liked this video and enjoyed it. Go ahead and hit that comment section up. Again, I really enjoy hearing you guys' feedback. Ask questions. Again, if you want to see more of videos such as these, go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well. But guys, thanks for joining me, and I will see you next time.